What's going on, guys? Or girls, whoever's watching this. Jenna, I think you said you were gonna watch this, so here we go. I have quite a few suppressors, and the CRS2 and the CRS3 Knights Armament suppressors are fairly new. There's not a lot of information out there on them. I've only had mine for 2 weeks. I've shot both probably maybe 100 rounds each. Thought I'd talk a little bit about them. I've had quite a few questions about them from my friends that also like Knights Armament stuff, so thought I'd give a little overview of my thoughts in comparison to the CRS1, which I've had for 3.5 years, and it's incredibly salty, as we say. It's been absolutely just, I used it for what it was intended for, I'll say that. So yeah, we'll start with, and again, I've got a KS3 11.5, I've got a KS1, I've got a 14.5 Mod 2. In my use case for these particular rifles are, home defense, of course, zombie apocalypse. I live on a farm, so coyotes, deer, groundhogs, and of course training, basic fundamental drills, stuff like that, just plinking. So yeah, that's my use case. And I'll have videos at the end of this where I, shoot, and you can see first round flash, sound. Again, it's an iPhone microphone, so if you can actually tell a difference, I don't know. CRS1. I got this thing back in early 2023, I think. So I've had it almost 3.5 years. And I'll go ahead and start with the things I don't like, and that's the rattling from the shroud. And I don't know if it was a factory defect or not. It's just probably just me just beating the shit out of it, honestly. So I did buy a shroud for the CRS2. I haven't put it on yet. I need to put it on. But the CRS1 it's an amazing can, and there's zero gas to the face. Zero gas to the face. It has zero first round flash. The first round flash mitigation on the CRS1 in low light situations is top notch. There is no first round flash. The downside to it is, besides the shroud, which is probably just me dropping it like a million times, it's a little chunky. It's built like a tank. Like, you could pull it off the end of your gun and beat somebody to death with it, no problem. You could probably do it with all 3 of them if you actually had to, but hopefully you don't ever have to. So yeah, the CRS1 is truly, in my opinion, it's the king. Another thing I did notice that would happen a lot is when I ran it on my 14.5, and if it got real hot, I guess it was the weight of the CRS1 on the end of that really thin profile 14.5 barrel. I would see some POI shift. So that was kind of, you can't mag up a 30 round mag, put in another mag in it, and then your dope for 600 yards is going to be off. I will say that. But other than that, it ran great on my 11.5. It ran great on the KS1. Overall, it's an amazing can. If you want a good hard use can that you can just absolutely beat the crap out of, this thing's probably got 6,000 to 8,000 rounds through it, and it is chugging along just fine. I mean, I would put it on the end of my gun and go to war right now with it. I would take the shroud off though, so, because you're not sneaking up on anybody with that shroud. So What do we have next? We'll do the CRS2. What do I say about the CRS2? I've been running it on my 11.5 because it's the lightest one. It's 15 ounces and it's slightly shorter. Actually, yeah, it's like a 1/4 inch shorter than the CRS1. And from what I understand, this was simply for a contract requirement where somebody wanted the CRS1s, but they were too heavy, so Knights lightened them up to 15 ounces from 20 ounces, so 5 ounces is quite a big difference. They lightened them up, and you can definitely feel it. And overall, I think that's pretty much the biggest difference that I can tell. I need to pull mine out of my shroud so I can kind of look at just the structural differences. But the CRS2, it's great in low light. It's great. None of these have gas to the face, and I made a video. I'm remaking this video because I didn't speak about gas to the face, and there is none. That's why I didn't talk about it, because it's not a thing. You can easily mag dump any of these guns with any of these suppressors, and you're going to be able to breathe, and your eyes will not be watering. So, which is truly amazing, because you can't say that with an RC2 or any other non-flow-through can. So the CRS2 is pretty awesome. I actually just talked to my cousin into buying one, so he's getting one for his BCM 16-inch. So I think it'll be a perfect can for that gun. And super lightweight, so I think there might be less POI shift on lightweight barrel profile guns. But yeah, it's a great suppressor. I ran it last night on my KS1 actually. So, and that's another good thing. You can pop all of these around, and you're not going to have any POI shift. So if one night I want to run the CRS1 for whatever reason on the KS1, when I go looking for groundhogs, I can, and I'm still going to be on target with no POI shift. So yeah, great can. As you can see, it's pretty, they all look the same. And the way you tell the difference is, this is the CRS3, and you can tell the difference because the CRS2 has material removed down here versus the CRS3. So other than that, that's pretty much the only way you can tell. And when you take down the collar, actually, it's really hard to tell. But if you put them side by side, you can see that the body of the CRS3 comes down a little bit further. So, but I have to look at it half the time because I can't tell the difference. CRS3, I think it's the best out of the bunch. It's so I'll go back. With the CRS1 and the CRS2, you can run a MAMS or a 3-prong flash hider. With the CRS3, you cannot run a MAMS. You can only run a 3-prong flash hider, or the new 2-port brake that they're coming out. Sorry, I can't. All these acronyms are tongue twisting me, but so if you don't like flash hiders for whatever reason, you have to wait on the brake to come out if you want to run a CRS3. I run the factory flash hiders that came on all these guns, so it's not an issue for me. But I will say, one of my favorite things about the CRS3 is it's 16 ounces, and it's the exact same length as the CRS2. You can see it right here. They're the exact same length. So they're both about a 1/4 inch shorter than the CRS1. And they're significantly lighter. Again, I think the CRS3 is 4 ounces lighter, is 16 ounces versus 20 of the CRS1. So pretty significant difference there. That makes a ton of difference on the your gun, especially if you, like, a lot of times I'll just walk around the farm with, whenever I walk the dogs with a rifle or something, in case I see a groundhog or coyote or something, I can pop him. And and it's a little extra workout carrying a little extra weight. And sometimes I will put the CRS1 on the Knights KS1 and walk around the farm. It's a good little extra workout because it probably weighs, who knows what, 10 pounds or something, so a little extra weight. But if I'm not feeling that, I can put the CRS2 on the 11.5, and it's really lightweight setup and it's super handy. One of my favorite things about the CRS3 is, see, I picked up the wrong one. It's CRS2. This is CRS3. I need to put the shroud on the 2 so I know which is which. I might do that after this video. But when I put the CRS3 on the KS1, CRS3 on the KS1, yep, to make sure I said that right, I did notice it really improved the recoil impulse of it. I mean, the KS1 already has a great recoil impulse. For those of you that have shot it, they're gassed incredibly well. And I can do a video on the KS1 and my thoughts, because I've had my 14.5 Mod 2 for like 6 years, and I've had the 11.5. I called the 11.5 a KS3, but it's just a CQB Mod 2 with a URX6 swap, so it's kind of a half breed or whatever. But I've had both of those for a few years, so if you want my thoughts on the KS1 versus, you know, normal SR15s, I can totally make that. And I've had Spec Wars, URGIs, Noveskis, so Mark 12s, I've had everything. So if that's something people would be interested in, I'm not a YouTube guy, so I'm just gonna give my opinion and record it. So but the recoil impulse of the CRS3 on the KS1 was insane. It shoots so flat. Like, I've never shot a gun that recoiled like that. Like, it recoiled like a Spicy 22 LR. And zero gas to the face. You can stay on target incredibly well. I know Ryan at Knights, that's what he was running. And I see why he was running it, because holy shit, it shoots so good. Like, it shoots so good, I want to duplicate that setup just to have 2 of it, so I never have to buy another gun again, because it shoots incredibly well. I haven't tested it to see if it shoots like trash ammo good yet. I don't expect it to group well with ammo, but I'm curious to see if it'll run something like steel case or, you know, whatever bottom of the barrel Winchester white box. Actually, I do have some Winchester M855 right here. I'm gonna try later for my night shooting. See how it does, but see if it'll run it. I think it'll run it just fine. And yeah, it groups well too. I love the KS1. Mine does not group like Preston Moore's did, so I don't know if I just got a good one or he got a bad one or what, but all my Knights guns run amazing. I beat the absolute crap out of them. They're not safe queens. They get dropped in rain and snow and deer blood, groundhog blood, you know, German Shepherds stepping all over them, you know, German Shepherd hair in the bolt carrier group. So yeah, they get abused, and that's why I pay what I pay for them, so I can abuse them. But yeah, the first run flash mitigation on all of these is pretty amazing as well, in my opinion. CRS1 is still the best, I think. The CRS3 kind of disappointed me when I first shot it. Like, the day I got it 2 weeks ago, it was like a Thursday, I think. It had a 3-day approval, so that was nice. Put it on the KS1, went out looking for groundhogs, and as sun was starting to set, it was getting low light, one popped out, and, you know, put my crosshairs on him, popped him, and when I did, a fireball came out the end of the gun, and I was like, what in the world? Like, so I was like, that's weird. Or come out of the end of the suppressor, and I was like, what in the heck? So I just got to thinking, and I've probably put another 100 rounds on it since then, and I think it just needed a little carbon in it, maybe. But overall, it's been super great. It was the only fireball I really had come out of it. I don't know, I guess it just needed some carbon in it, needed a few heat cycles maybe. I've done a couple mag dumps with it, and it's been fine. The Incontinental 3D printed does get warm, so I know a lot of guys recommend the ModTac suppressor covers versus the shroud, so I might pick up one of those and see how it is. What else? I think that's about it. They're coming down in price now. I paid, like, if it was all said and done, I've got like probably $2,300 in this CRS one. These you can pick up for low, I don't know, a lot less than that. I do know that. So I think they work really well with the Knights guns. That's why I went with them. I didn't want to remove my 3-prong. I just not into that. So 3-prong works great. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I will roll the shooting footage after this, and you guys can. I don't know if the sound will even make much of a difference. If you can tell a difference, is what I meant to say. But overall, it's, you know, it'll give you an idea. And I'm going to shoot some at night, and I'll add that after that. So you can see first round flash on all of these suppressors, and I think I'll run them all. I think I'm going to do them all on the KS1, just so you can see, because it's kind of in the middle of the pack. I've got 11.5, 13.7, and 14.5, so I can't do them all in one night because then they'll be warm. So I'll do them all on the KS1, and you can decide for yourself what you think about that. So yeah, let me know. I guess I'm not going to say drop a like or a follow because I'm not a YouTube guy, but I've got some interesting stuff, so happy to post about it.